Tiara here with Gypsyfae Creations. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am doing another pine inspired soap today, and I realized as I was setting up for this, for my holiday line, I didn't do a lot of foodie scents. I got the hot cocoa scents in there, and I didn't even do a gingerbread scent. I did a lot of Christmassy pine scents, and I don't know if that's just because of what I was drawn to, or as I collected fragrances, I just didn't really think it out. Oops, no gingerbread this year. Sorry to spoil it for you. When I think of the winter, I think of like sparkling snow and pine, and I think maybe that's why I did more green inspired soaps. When I think of fall, that's when I go with the baking, the pumpkin, the sweets. So, brings me to today's soap, and it's based after this Santa's Spruce by Brambleberry. And I just threw in my lye solution into my oils, and I'm going to whisk this because I'm going to do some layers, and I want this to stay very fluid. My lye solution, as always, has Tessa Silk and sodium lactate in it, and then my oils, as always, has coconut milk powder and kaolin clay in there. So this looks like it's mixed up good enough. Let's start by splitting this off into the first layer of soap. So into the little bucket, I have some alpine green, and into the bowl, I have some bronze brown mica, and these are both by Nurture's Soap. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix each one of these up, pour in my fragrance, do an in the pot swirl, and then pour that into my molds. So I'm going to pour in and hand mix in my fragrance. And the notes in this are pretty simple. It's just sugar and blue spruce. And it's a very crisp, woody pine scent with just a little bit of sweetness to it. So it really does kick that bite of pine out of there, and it's not so potent. So it's a very pleasant scent if you like crisp, woodsy pines. So let's mix that in, do a little in the pot swirl, and then pour it. It's funny, even though I said I wasn't really going for foodie scents, the colors in this are giving me mint chocolate chip vibes. So I think it's telling me I need to make a mint chocolate chip soap. Alright, into the big bucket. I have some Andy the Money, that is from Mad Micas. I'm also going to throw in some green jojoba beads from Crafter's Choice, and then the rest of my fragrance, which I don't think I mentioned. It has 1.10, so 1.10% vanillin in it, tiniest little bit. It says it discolors to a tan, but the picture wasn't that horrible, so I'm thinking it just might darken these colors up a little bit, but I'm not worried about it. decided to do a little soaping on the fly since I don't want this to look like mint chocolate chip. I'm going to add a mica line with some Maya gold. And I have this little tea strainer and I'm going to make a mess of it all over the place, but we'll get a layer of this down and hopefully break up that color of the browns and the greens a little bit. And of course there's so much more going on with this soap, so I'm not too worried about it. So it may not look like much right now. That Andy the Money color definitely turned a very poopy brown. That, like, green's usually morph, but I've never seen anything morph to brown. I have rolled out some soap dough into what hopefully look like branches. I've got, you might recognize these. I've used these on a holiday soap last year, little teeny tiny miniature pine cones. I have some red cedar powder that I got from Soapy Oaks Farms and some white bursting beads from Brambleberry, and the plan is to pipe what hopefully looks like some pine needles on here. I want to do like a pine branch. So I'm just using like the zigzag movement, and they're going to get smaller as they go. So maybe I should start off a little bigger and then go smaller like that. And then, not too late, stick one of these on the end. And then once I have all these, maybe I should do this now before it hardens up on me. And then when I'm done, I will go and sprinkle on those other botanicals and such. I'm pretty pleased with how that turned out. I've never done this before. I've never piped a pine branch, but I think that's what I was going for. I can do this. So my goal for September was to get all of my holiday soaps done, and I think I might have overestimated or underestimated everything that I had to do in September. Everything that was going on, from birthdays to anniversaries and just general house and baby stuff. Yeah, they're not done. I'm still hoping to get everything done before little man arrives. I just recently had my baby shower over the weekend, and I just want to brag about it a little bit because it was perfect. I had about 6 girls, friends and family that pitched in and really made it a really great day. I was so worried that it wasn't going to go well, and they just handled it. And you guys, you know me, I have to have my hands in everything. I can't just sit back. I like to plan things. I like to know what's going on, and so therefore, of course, I had my hands in my own baby shower. I pretty much told everyone what to do when they did it. I chose a fall theme, and they did a fantastic job of that. I mean, you can't really go too wrong with decorating for fall. I, of course, did my favors, and I picked a location. We did our new house, which almost didn't happen. I was kind of like planning it before we even had it to be at the new house, but it all worked out. What else? So yeah, did a Pinterest board, and the girls pretty much followed it and designed it how I wanted it. So it was a big success. I even picked the date, you know, I just had my hands all in it. They kind of look like little pine trees. I was going for pine, like a branch, but if you look at it from this way, it looks like a pine tree, so that's really cool. It was outside, which luckily the weather did play well with us. It didn't rain. It was a perfect fall day. Couldn't have asked for better weather. so we could have it outside. And my biggest worry was with COVID, not a lot of people were going to attend. And that was kind of the case. Saw it happening. Easily, our wedding was probably 100 people. And if it wasn't for COVID, I think that's how many people probably would have been at this baby shower. But the house was big enough, and we set up tents and tables outside, and everyone could have their own space. So that was really nice. Still sat there and opened up presents, what seemed, I don't know, hours and hours of presents. And I don't know if you guys have heard this, but I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes, and it sucks. I really can't eat or have anything that I want. So with this baby shower, of course, I was fretting over, I'm not going to enjoy myself. What am I going to eat? It's not fair. My friend who took care of the desserts made me a keto pumpkin cake, and oh my gosh, you could have fooled me. I never would have known that it was keto. It was so delicious, it was so thoughtful, and it really made my day. My other friend who took care of the food did like a chili bar and mac and cheese, and it was just really, really cute stuff. So maybe I'll post some pictures at the end. Now I've got to go through all of the gifts that I got and organize them all. And I tell you, this kid he's got more stuff than I own. He pretty much has the whole house covered in baby stuff, and I don't even know where to start. I mean, just that night I was trying to organize everything. I'm the kind of person that, like, as soon as I get it, it has to have a spot. It has to go where it belongs. And I've never folded such teeny tiny clothes before in my life. But my OCD in me was like, no, this stuff has to go where it belongs. So I will be busy. I did make lots and lots and lots of favors. And like I said, it was a little bit more on a small side as far as attendance. And I'm thinking about putting those favors on the Etsy website as, like, I don't know, a way for people to buy and gift at the same time. So the price would be like, I don't know, $5 or $6. And then whatever profit I get, I will put towards baby diapers and wipes. So just a thought. There will be, oh, you guys will probably have already seen it. What am I talking about? It's coming out in November. But yeah, I'll post pictures of the shower and whatnot, and old news. Alright, I'm going to continue piping this. My hand's actually getting pretty tired, but I'm quite pleased with how it's looking so far. Alright, it is time to look at the inside of this soap, and I am excited. If it's anything like the top, I don't know, this might top all of the soaps as far as my favorite design. I am just so smitten with the top of this soap. Alright, let's see. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, it's so like woodsy. I love it so much. Reminds me of a forest. Probably one of my favorite soap tops so far. I just can't get over how awesome this turned out. It's better than I expected, to be honest. It definitely falls in that category of too pretty to cut. Oh my goodness, and that mica line, perfect. That was a perfect on the fly soap design. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And there's one final piece of this soap that I'm going to add, and that is a little Christmas tree on the front. So I have used these before last year on a soap, and I don't remember which one it was, but it's just some rolled out soap dough, and I took some melt and pour, well, rolled out soap dough with a cookie cutter, and then I took some soap dough, I already said that, rolled it out, cut it out with a cookie cutter, and then drizzled some melt and pour on there, and so that will go on the front of the soap. And I will attach that with some melt and pour, and that is how it'll stay on there. Oh, I just love this soap so much. Awesome sauce for not knowing what I was doing as far as piping pine needles. It's my favorite. Alright guys, I'm done bragging about my soap over here. If you want to purchase this, it will be available on November 27th. So mark your calendars for the holiday collection. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and join me for more soap making adventures. And until next time, I hope you have a very nice day, and I will smell you later.